Hello all and welcome back to Everwinter Farm with me, the Walrus. It's a lovely Monday, technically the first of the beautifully cold winter season. However, of course, it is technically the beginning of month 2 in our season playthrough. So, you know, we're back here once again. It is always the way. Now, we've got ourselves some more copper bars. We're just going to deposit those in here. The big trade-off I'm going to say is that there is a likely a potential that events that are coded to happen once may occur multiple times, which isn't the end of the world, but you know, it's a thing. So, what do we got here? Congratulations, you're impressed. Blueprints for new type of chest. Excellent. You now learned how to make stone chests. That is going to be more important to me, I think, considering I can't really use much else. Well, I can, but I don't really have much in the way of options for wood. So I am going to take 10 hardwood to the ever illustrious Robin. And let's just quickly go and check on the chickens. Look at that. We have our chickens. We need to make some mayonnaise machines. That's going to be the tricky bit now. Let's just quickly dump down some of this. There we go. So that'll keep them fed for today. That's the important bit, keeping them fed. So, what do I actually need to make a mayonnaise machine? Let's have a quick look. I need wood, stone, earth crystal, and copper. I think I've got enough to make at least 3. Maybe even 4. Let's find out. There's some stone. I need that. Wood, stone, earth crystals. Ah, I can make them. Excellent. We've actually got quite a few of different bars, in fairness. I've got enough to potentially upgrade a tool to its gold status. That might be nice. We might give that a go, possibly. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Actually, what I do need to do is maybe turn on the advanced crafting information. That's what I want. I like having the advanced crafting information there because it does make life a bit easier. Now, we do have 1 large egg, I think. No, we don't. I talking out of my bum there. Yeah, well, it happens. So I'm going to put this here, like these 4, and then we're going to pop in go the mayonnaise making processes. This is going to be probably the first bit of decent money making that we can start to do. Oh, and a spice berry. Have we donated a spice berry to the summer bundle? No, we haven't, so we can donate a spice berry. Wonderful. So that's another item that we can then happily put in the community centre. Now, I have realised something, though. There is a possibility that we might be able to get access to the desert. And I say possibly, we should be able to get access to the desert soon. And I'm wondering, because potentially we might be able to use that to our advantage. So I'm going to sell 1 of these spice berries. Because my thought process here is that we've got access to the mine carts now. That's a great improvement. If we can unlock the desert and allow access to that and give Pam her job back, essentially, we might be able to do something useful there. Upgrade tools. Okay. That might be a better plan, actually. I don't know why I've come here without my watering can. Because I'm thinking, actually, I could choose... Well, in fairness, I could also just not upgrade the watering can. There's not really one that needs to be upgraded in one's own humble opinion at the moment, considering there's not a huge amount of use for me for said watering cans, in fairness. Right, well, let's grab ourselves this quest off this bulletin board. We want bug guts, and I definitely haven't got a chance for gold star vegetables. So, bug guts it is. That shouldn't be too difficult, and we can then slap another thing in here, which would be good, because that gives us 3 of these mystery boxes, which we can go and get Clint to crack open. Now, I've got money enough that I'm potentially thinking we could upgrade one of our tools a bit further. And I think I've got money enough for it. I think it might. Let me just double check. I could be talking out my bum here. Upgrade tools. Okay, so I do have enough to potentially upgrade a gold pickaxe or axe. But do I think that is going to be worth it? Potentially. Because what I'm thinking is that I could use sprinklers instead of the watering can. That's probably going to be the best thing for me at the moment. Oh, okay, I got some more mystery boxes out of a mystery box. That's not really that helpful. Chowder's good. Oh, we got a hat. That's kind of cool. And some flower seeds. Okay, so the flower seeds aren't very helpful right now. Mystery hat. Do we want to replace our little beanie with a ridiculous top hat? Maybe. I think the beanie feels more thematically appropriate right now, being that it is the winter. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to town for a moment. We do need to visit Robin. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to try and do the bug guts. So that's going to involve using the tools that we've got on hand. So we're going to need... trying to think the best word I'm just using to describe that. What we're going to need is the sword, and we're going to need the pickaxe for this, which is perfectly fine. Let's deposit the flower seeds because we're not going to use those. We're not really going to need the chowder. We don't have any other food items, but we do have coffee, so let's use some coffee. Give ourselves a little bit of extra speed. Now, where on earth did I put the watering can? I want to fill up the cat's bowl. Because that'd be sensible. Ah, okay, so we've got a couple more of those doodads, the mystery boxes, so that's kind of cool, all the same. Linus, now I would like to try and improve my relationship with you as much as possible. Yeah, no kidding, you live in a tent, and it's snow everywhere, man. What are you doing? I mean, he's chosen to do that to himself, so... I can't really fault him too hard, because that's what he's chosen to do. But still. Oh, another mystery box. That's really nice. So, Robin, you wanted 10 pieces of hardwood. Excellent. So, that gives us 500 gold. That's great. And I would like to upgrade the coop. So, what can we actually do to upgrade... Oh, I could also upgrade the house. I haven't got enough wood, though, unfortunately. But let's see. What do I need for a big coop? Also, I want one of these. I need a fish pond. Big coop. So I do need 400 wood, 150 cents. So I don't have enough wood. But I also need the algae and other miscellanea. To try and do better for myself with the fish pond. Because what I'd really like to do is level up my fishing to the point where I can actually catch the glacier fish, or glacier fish. I don't know what pronunciation is probably better there. I don't even know why I said glacier. That's a really odd pronunciation from me there. Apologies, that's very weird. But my point still stands. I would like to have that, because I think that if I can do that, I can then use the glacier fish to essentially farm me constant high value roe, and preserving it in a pickling jar, that's going to make me a lot of money. But the trouble is, of course, I also need to level my farming up to get that jar, which I'm nowhere near right now. So bugs, they tend to spawn quite early on in the mines, so that's quite good. So let's just... There's a slime. Don't really need a slime, but I can absolutely flatten them now. I've got a much, much better sword, and that does make me feel quite good about that. I am also going to try and just grab whatever's lying around. And also killing slimes isn't a bad thing, because I can use kill them off, and that's not the right dwarf scroll. I need the yellow one, I think, still. But yeah, bug meat, that's going to be the tricky bit now. Let's see if we can get all that. What I want is a room that's just full of bugs. Just full of them. But more quartz is very helpful. It's going to be useful if I can get some other way of, well, using said I need algae, and I also need some seaweed. That's the other big thing at the moment. Maybe tomorrow that's going to be a part of my day. That probably will be a nice, easy one, I think. There we go. Let's kill you off. Now, one of the things I would like to just quite happily say as well, that I've also now finally got rid of that AI image I had for my channel. I actually met an artist in person, in real life. I saw that they were drawing at the pub, and I asked if they'd be happy for me to commission them. And they're more than happy, because obviously we can see the result work. I'm just going to pull a full screen image of it up on screen in a minute, because it makes me really, really happy that I've got a full, quite a nice big image as well of my walrus, and it has a couple of little things on there, because they asked me did I want anything kind of cool on the shelves, and I sent them a picture of this Dynamo plushie that I'm just going to put a picture up on screen as well of. And this Dynamo plushie was one that I picked up in the Netherlands, and it's a hand crocheted Dynamo. It's lovely, and purple's my favourite colour, so I was really happy with that. Well, purple and green are my favourite colours. If I ever run into that particular creator again, I would like to buy another one from them. I'd like to buy a green one, because that would make me very happy. But all the same, so I sent them a picture of that, and I said, oh yeah, if you'd want to put some like random Warhammer on the shelf, that'd be really cool. Now, I know that they've got like a vague knowledge of Warhammer. I didn't know like how in-depth. So they then just decided to draw an Imperial Knight, because yeah. And it was really cool, and the blue really stands out, I think. Whereas especially a lot of the stuff that I tend to paint is usually quite dark. So I think if I'd sent a picture of one of my own personal models, it probably wouldn't have stood out anywhere near as much. But I'm really, really happy that they did that for me. And I put their details in the comment below, like pinned comment at the top of the thread, and I'm putting in the description, because I'm really happy with it. And I think it's important to support the real life artists. And I will freely admit that I used the AI because I wanted to get myself off the ground. And a lot of people did quite rightly point out when I was doing AI images for my shorts as kind of a entry screen. Now, I'm kind of glad I got rid of those generally, because they weren't that useful. They didn't really do much for me. They were there, but you know, they weren't much. But what I'm really glad about is that as people commented and said, actually, you know, you're using AI, come on. And I did have a couple of people who thought my voice was AI. No, this is genuinely me. I do genuinely sound like this. And I'm not that lazy that I haven't fed my voice into an AI machine to generate it. And I think in the grand scheme of AI, generative AI is trash. AI as a concept can be phenomenally useful. But it has to be done appropriately and correctly. And generative AI is really, in my heart of hearts, I know isn't right. And having the AI image of the walrus was very much of a, I need something for now. And people did comment like, oh, go on, surely you can draw. I'm like, no, I know I can't draw. I also don't have the time to draw, which I know that's not a great excuse. You hid something behind the community center. All right, we're going to go back there then. I know very well it's not a great excuse, but I'm really glad that I was able to find an artist, and I keep looking out and about as I go through this stuff, because I would very happily commission more art of the walrus, and maybe change up the image every now and again, or just do a little showcase of stuff that I've purchased or people have drawn for me. Because I know there are very, very talented artists out there. Oh, goodness, more rings. Go away. Oh, and an earth crystal. That might be useful. Oh, goodness, I think I've actually had a overrun by monsters where I've had to kill all these duggies. It's not a bad thing, though, because I do need to kill duggies. But I want the earth crystals. Get back here. And, yeah, it's definitely an experience kind of realizing I have not quite wasted, but there is certainly a possibility that I need to not use the generative AI, and I'm glad I don't anymore. It's still one of those things that like I do feel a little guilty about. I think understandably, because I have used it in the past, and I don't want to use it again in the future. But I am going to hopefully find more things that people do, more stuff people design, and if I find more artists, I will happily engage with that. Now, where the heck are these last doggies? But I think that's a personal thing, like, for me, is I think that it's not great. And especially considering, like, my voice acting side of things, I wasn't able to really capitalize on it anywhere near as much as I'd like. Because whilst I was doing it, there's so much AI voice acting, and it meant that it was nearly impossible for me to find work. Yes, there are more casting calls and stuff, and I'm trying to engage with that a little bit more recently, because I think that's quite important. I'm doing a couple more casting videos and, you know, giving myself an opportunity to get involved. And that's really what I want, is I want to be able to be heard as a voice actor. Most of my stuff is very much sat in the professional world. I'm not going to lie here. A lot of what I've done in the past is very much for industry, for safety processes and instructional videos. The sort of stuff that pretty mundane. But I've loved doing it. And it's something that I would do more of. But I would like to see if I can get myself involved in a few, like, different series that I've seen a few that are being talked about on Instagram, so I look at those and see if I can apply for those. I think that'd be fun. And other projects. So hey, if you're out there and you've got a project that you want to have some ridiculous over-the-top English accent to do, I'm more than happy to send you demo reels or link for demo reels as part of it, and get some discussions going. Because I think it's fun. I like doing it. Yes, it takes time, but that's not a problem. And I say that out as a sort of a statement of, I'm aware that some people seem to think that when it comes to voice acting as well, that you do get some people who seem to be very much of the opinion that, oh, you know, you just say your lines once and you're done. But no. From my own personal standards as well, whilst I don't have quite as stringent standards about my YouTube videos, I still make sure that I try to make sure that the sound quality is good, that it doesn't sound absolute hot garbage. Yes, of course, I definitely make mistakes every now and again, because I have had recordings where I've accidentally picked something up in the background because I've not been paying attention to what I was doing and accidentally let something record at the same time as trying to watch something, which was very stupid of me. Because normally what I do is I'll be doing two things at the same time because of the ADD, and I have headphones in. But I didn't on that particular occasion, and it screwed up the recording, and it really annoyed me because I took down a video. Okay, it's not really the end of the world, but at the same time, I took down a video because it wasn't good, and I'm glad that somebody picked it up, because I didn't notice it, and I think that's the worst part, is I hadn't paid attention enough that I didn't even notice it, because I wasn't paying attention during the processing of it. Okay, Sam's hot birthday things. Okay, so that's really useful. So it's going to be what I'm going to try and do a little bit more of, is a little bit more AI-free stuff, keeping that well away. And, of course, trying to do more audio work as well, because it's something I find exciting and good fun to do. So I'm sure you'll see a lot more of that, but I did have a... Oh, dear. It's a monster. It's going to die, though. I did have a couple of moments where I was doing stuff with the audio side of things, which were maybe not... wouldn't say they were bad in any way, shape, or form. They were... I was doing some stories. I was reading novels and short stories and things like that. And that, again, that's kind of fun. It's something a bit... I wouldn't say it's a bit different, but, you know, it's something that I enjoyed doing. So, I'll probably be doing a bit more of those as we go. So, it's time for bed. Let's go to sleep. Now, we didn't make a huge amount of money today, but that's kind of a given. We don't really have much that we can put in the ground either. So, farming is again going to be a bit difficult at the moment. That's kind of understandable, though. What's the weather report going to be? It's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's snowing today, though. You want me to catch you a squid. Now, of course, I have already got that quest, but that is, unfortunately, the kind of the trade-off with the fact that the seasons do repeat. I kind of expected something like that to happen. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can get anything from you. Now, I wonder how much hay we've actually got sat in our silo. And I think we also want to take the maple syrup over to the town. Let's see what we can do with that. 25. That's not much. Oh, I think there's going to have to be a constant cycle of buying hay, isn't there? That doesn't fill me with confidence, as I'm sure you can imagine. Now, where's the other... There we go. So we've got the eggs now. There we go. Some mayonnaise. And we'll just quickly slap a bit more hay down. There we go. And, you know, I've got my first bits of mayo. And I feel happy with that. So let's just quickly check. Is there anything else that I can donate to any of the rooms? Nope. No, it's not a fish tank thing, is it? Pantry. Quality crops. I can't do that right now. Summer, fall, animal bundle. Nope, none of those. Mayonnaise is obviously not part of the artisan bundle. Fair enough. And... Nope. Vault. I could donate some money. Because this will repair the bus. Now, this was my sort of thought process there. Because that would give me quite an interesting boon. Ah, chef's bundle I need maple syrup for. Okay. That I can certainly do. So we're definitely going to do that. Now, I don't know what my fishing skill is. Whether, well, I know that it's at a level. How good it is a different question. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the scythe with me. Because I can steal some of Marnie's hay. Because I'm a terrible human being like that. I am going to stash the newspaper and the glasses. Well, actually, we could give the glasses to Evelyn. We've actually got a decent amount of relationship with Evelyn, actually, because of the glasses that we keep dumping on her. Hey, I don't care. It works. That's the important thing. Where the heck is my watering can? There it is. Moron Walrus strikes again. Bloop. There you go, cat. You can have some water. Right. Let's quickly refill it. It's probably the best plan right now. So, in that goes. We're going to sell this, and I don't want to sell the glasses. I want to sell the periwinkle. I'm going to sell the mayonnaise. And the other advantage with maple syrup is it's a universally liked gift. So, if there's anyone I want to butter up, I might as well hand them over. Also, I've just realised I've not taken one of the most useful things with me, those damn mystery doodads. So let's take those 5 mystery boxes. We've got 18 geodes. We've got loads of them, actually, in fairness. Now, I do really want to upgrade the coop, because then I'd get an incubator in there, and I don't remember if I need to upgrade it all the way to be able to have dinosaurs in there. I think I do. It's going to be a pain. But dinosaurs are a really good source of money. So, I think that it's going to have to be done, I think. Let's just quickly dump this here, grab that bit, dump that there, and we'll take the trash, because as was quite rightly pointed out by a commenter, it can indeed give us iron ore, and I'm really hoping that it does, because of course we're going to need more iron ore as we go. But wood's going to probably be the focus of today. I'm going to go and just cut down as many trees as I can. If it's there and it's grown, it's getting cut down. And that's going to be my logic for today. Maybe not the most environmentally friendly, but I don't care. That's what we're doing. Right, processed geodes, please, Clint. I would like you to smack open this box. Well, we got a warp totem of the mountains. That's pretty good. More coffee. Another mountain totem. Pumpkin seeds. Okay. And a farm one. Ah, no, that could be very handy. So hopefully we can get some more stuff that we can donate after all this. Now, again, earth crystals are useful. We need them to make mayo machines. We've got 4. I am going to need more of them, of course, as we go. But I do want to upgrade that coop. And I know it's going to cost me 10k to do. But every day, those chickens will lay me very useful eggs, which I can turn into mayonnaise. And that's just going to keep me going financially, I think. But at the same time, I also really want a doodad. I know that's really a very, very obvious thing there. I want one of those fish ponds. I don't remember which one it was that I need to donate. So let's go donate everything and then sell the rest to Clint. And I'm going to chug some coffee. I could also give one to Harvey because that would like make him like me more. I'll put that in the middle. Oh, we got a new reward. What's the reward? A bear statue. Okay, so we've got a bear statue. Well, he's huge. Well, I'm just going to inconveniently place it somewhere in the town. Because I don't want it in the house. It's too big. We will sell these things that we don't need. I didn't mean to sell the earth crystal, but I've done it now. And let's crack open the rest again. So we've got 5 more to go. One. Clay. I mean, I'm going to need clay, and it's always one that I tend to run out of anyway, so that's not the end of the world. And sandstone, limestone, and some more iron ore. So, all in all, it could have been worse. We'll just sell the things we don't need, which are these 3. And off we go. So, who do we want to say hello to? I'm going to give you some maple syrup, Penny. I'm glad you like it. And let's give the child some sticky maple syrup. Go, drink maple syrup, be full of sugar. I am a terrible, terrible individual. This is why I am very much the fun uncle. I will come along and I'll just make parents go, no, why have you done this? You menace to society, Walrus. You've made them so full of sugar and energy. I hate you. It's great. I just go and wind them all up. All my nieces and nephews, they just get constant menacing of me taking them off and doing things. I was even debating, actually, as I was driving to work the other morning, about taking them off to do some archery or something. You know? Do you want to go and vandalise things? Yeah, cool, let's go do that. Here you go, have a thing. Right, rummage in your bins, get some trash. Granny Evelyn, I've been looking for you. Here's your glasses. They have indeed become filthy. You need to deal with that. Emily, you'd like some aquamarine? I don't even know if I've got any aquamarine. I could certainly have a look. I'm going to give Harvey a coffee because I'm nice like that. Have a coffee. There we go. He does indeed love his coffee. It's an easy thing. Oh no, Evelyn, you're getting me trapped. Okay, let me out. Right, there we go. The elderly man, they're just getting in my way. I should feel a little guilty saying things like that, but she was in my way. Righty, so let's go rummage in some bins again. Ooh, a baguette. I do enjoy the fact that it is just bread is a baguette in this. Right, let's size down some of your grass, because I'm a menace. I'm going to steal it. Wow, none. How very useful. Anyway, so let's cut down some of this and just get some wood, because we need wood right now. It's very important, as I'm sure you can imagine. Bonk. And we could also go into the secret woods and get some more hardwood, because actually that's going to be a big thing, is getting the wood chipper and using that more efficiently. Okay, so I do have a slight lack of space. I mean, in fairness, I have kind of got a lot of random gumph in my inventory, but that's fine. We'll just cut down these, and I might just start eating some of the things in my inventory for energy. So I'm going to eat the snow yam. And then I'm going to drink the caffeinated goodness. And then just start smacking trees around a bit again. Gonna grab the crystal fruits later. I'm gonna sell the crystal fruits, I think. Or I could turn them into preserves as soon as I've got the preserves jar there, but I don't have that ability yet. The other thing as well, I want to try and level up my foraging by doing all of this general menacing to trees. Because if I can increase my foraging, then I can make the winter forageable seeds. And I don't have that ability yet, because I think I need foraging 7 for that. It's quite a late development in your skills set. So really, right now, other than grabbing random stuff off the ground, which is all well and good, cutting down trees is going to be the easiest way for me to level this up. And some intense lumberjacking is definitely a-okay by me. I do debate whether I should download the experience tracker bars, but right now I don't think it's the end of the world for me to not really know. It's kind of it's a nice surprise when it happens sort of thing. But it is going to be, I feel like, an almost full day of just cutting down everything. I'm so glad that we've got the iron axe though, because it is such an improvement on how long it takes to cut everything down. So, and thankfully, although yes, things aren't growing on the farm, trees-wise, which is a bit of a shame, I'm sure we might be able to get some luck with the seasons changing, and that might give us some more trees popping up. That'd be really helpful. And the other thing, I could also just dig up the seeds that I've got and actually try and figure out an organized grid for the trees, because I know it's very silly and maybe a little bit presumptuous, not presumptive. I wanted to say presumptive, but also presumptuous at the same time, and failed at halfway housing that. I would like to get a bit more organized with the way that the farm is laid out. Because currently it is, of course, quite a slapdash mess. Because there's not really much for me to have, as you can probably imagine. So, we'll give it a good hard try. Now, of course, I know full well that as soon as I unlock the desert, it's not like that's going to suddenly give me the ability to I can't grow anything else from the desert. But it will give me a little bit more potential. And that's kind of the important bit here. So we're coming almost to the end of the day already. Goodness gracious, that is quite alarming, isn't it? Well, I say coming to the end of the day. Coming towards when the sun will set, because it is 4:30. I'm going to cut down these until I run out of energy. I'm going to whack on the ground with the hoe and get that artifact spot. That's another good one, a winter root. So let's just pot something on the ground for a moment. And there we go. We're going to eat the winter root just for a little bit of extra energy. Grab the clay again. And, well, we're going to sell everything else that we've got, really, I think. We've got a decent amount of wood. We've got a decent amount of sap as well today. Sap might not really be the most important of things, but it is kind of handy. But in the same way as I was saying, I do want to try and lay down some paths and some organised things on the farm. There we go. So we've leveled up our foraging skill today. That's really good. So if we can cut down a couple more trees before we run out of energy, that would be fantastic today. Excellent work. So, all in all, it feels like today's been quite a good, profitable use of energy. That's kind of the important bit here. But as I was saying, I really want to lay out the farm a bit more with things. I think it's probably the best way of putting it. And I think the things that I would like to organise on the farm are, I'm going to get rid of those 2 bits of stone, because the maple seeds are actually a bit more useful than 2 stone. Oh, hang on, let's not do that, because otherwise we'll run out of energy. I'm going to grab these last bits of maple seed and then teleport back up to the farm. Whoop. So then I can organise my inventory, kind of figure out as well from here. Right, so deposit that. Deposit these. There we go. That's now we've got sufficient to actually. So we could, in fact, actually upgrade that coop. Or we could upgrade the house. Coop is more important, I feel, right now. I think that's probably going to be the most sensible thing for me to do. But yeah, I want to try and lay out set up the layout of the farm a bit better. And also, I need to remember to quickly go and donate maple syrup, because I haven't done that yet. And I've also got an urchin which I can donate to one of the other bundles. So I'm going to chuck the coral in, chuck those away. Is there anything else that needs to be donated to the community centre? Let's have a very quick check. I don't have any aquamarines by the looks of things. That's a real shame. Bug me. I still need loads more. I need to get... So tomorrow we're going into the mines again. There's no ifs, and or buts about that one, I'm afraid. We need to get more bug meat. Now, I need to try and figure out or remember which floor bugs tend to spawn on in large numbers. I think it's from like floor 20. And using that bit of extra knowledge, I should try and get some more bug meat. So there's apparently something behind the community centre. Let's check. Nope. Isn't it a statue that I need to whack? I think it is, but... I'll have to check again when I've got a bit more energy. All the same, let's just quickly go and deposit some things. And find out what we can do here. Chef's bundle, so let's put the maple syrup in. Fodder bundle, enchantment bundle, field research bundle, dye bundle. Okay, so we can put the dyes in, that's good. And... I'm going to donate 2,500 G. And I got some chocolate cakes. So that's really helpful because energy is going to be a big concern of mine at the moment. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage. I mean, in fairness, I probably could now. I've still got a bit of the day left. So I might as well eat the chocolate cake and just go fishing for a bit of the day. Because that's not giving me, like, a stupid amount of energy. It's giving me some, but not, like, an absurd amount. That feels reasonable as well, so. And I might try and catch that squid. I think squid a nighttime fish? I can't remember. I could be very, very wrong on that one, but let's give it a little bit of fishing, shall we? Chuck it out long. Let's see. And then what I will also do is actually just double-check what are my stats for my skills. Like, what are they looking at the moment for fishing and stuff. In fairness, I think considering that we've had a season, in theory... Whoops-a-daisy, let's hope I actually catch the fish and not just sit there like a twit. I thought I'd caught it there, and I just... I looked away from one of the monitors and then just derped. Okay, that's quite a cool sword. It's not quite as good as mine. That's pretty good. So let's chuck out again. So yeah, now I need to catch some other fish generally. Anyway, I think I need to catch an albacore. Now, where the heck do we get albacore? I think they're a sea fish. Maybe that's something I should do as well. It's like I'm doing my character videos at the moment. I've done Caroline, I've done Abigail, I've done Alex. I'm working on... actually, by the time this comes out, I'll have finished Clint. And don't worry, there's lots of general weirdness about Clint being the next eligible bachelor. He definitely knew what he was doing with that. Bloody concerned ape. Making everyone sad. Well, I say everyone. The Clint fans, yes, you're happy, but I think it's kind of understandable that they are in a very small minority compared to most of the Stardew Valley players who just do not like him. Which I think is reasonable. But, as I've said in the past, I would like to see him get a really good redemption arc, and I pray that he does. Ah, I needed an albacore. That's brilliant. So Gus needs an albacore. Great, so I might even be able to do that tonight, actually. And, of course, we got ourselves the Old Mariner achievement, which is great. So, let's see if we can grab this fishy fish. Come here, you. Okay, it's not a halibut. I'm going to chuck out one more, because I actually probably should be in bed before midnight, because my energy will get depleted if I don't. Here we go. What are we going to catch? If it'll be a squid, it'd be great. It's not going to be a squid, but probably another albacore. Or another halibut. It's another albacore. Okay, so we've got a silver one and a gold one. I'm not going to give him the gold one, because that one's going to get sold. But the other thing I could also get is I could get the fish smoker. And that's another option. I think, in fairness. Is the pub still open? Yes, yes it is. So, Gus, my friend. Fish. I did indeed. It's freshly caught. Like, brand spanking new freshly caught. Oh dear. That is a terrible shame, Leah. Why don't you come and move in with me? Not like my cabin's much better. I haven't decided who I'd like to have as my spousal creature in this playthrough. So we will have to decide on that one. Whether I go with one of the bachelors or bachelorettes, I don't know. I do know that Abigail was the first one I ever married. Leah was the second I ever married when I played through in the past. So, hang on a minute. I might need an albacore. Let me check. And let's see. Bulletin board, pantry craft from fish tank. Nope. 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 No. Okay, so I don't need it for that. Okay, that's fine. We'll just fling them in there. And I said I wanted to go to bed by midnight. Failed miserably. That's like me in real life. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be sensible and have a reasonable bedtime. No. And I fail so hard. Every damn time. I'm just so good at it. And we're just going to smelt some of these. Get them. Oh, did I not? I didn't grab enough coal. What a twit. There we go. Excellent. And what I will also do is I will just chuck in some wood to make a little bit more coal. Overnight, I got a sword and a ring I could take out. To be fair, I could also try and sell some of those things. Because I don't need these. Like, I mean, because that's okay. It's a good magnet ring. The glowstone ring's also good because it's a combo of the magnet and the glow ring. Like the small magnet ring. So I could probably sell all those. Don't really think I need them. Oh, I could also attach some bait in a moment. Anyway, I'm going to make another bait bin, I think, as well. Because I'm going to need more of the traps as we go. Right, so let's head to bed. So hopefully you have enjoyed today's episode. We've leveled up to 7 foraging. Beautiful. I can now make those winter wild seeds. This is massive because that actually gives me something constant I can grow and gather. And I can make tree fertilizer. This is fantastic. So, and we've also gained level 5 fishing. I'm going to go with the fisher because fish are worth money for me here. So as I mentioned, please do like, share and subscribe. Please do leave a comment below if you've got any ideas or sneaky plans that I might be able to pull on this one. But hopefully I'll catch you all again the next time the Walrus plays some more Everwinter Farms. Always winter, always snowing challenge.